श्रीन्वतां स्वकथा कृष्णा पुण्य सवना कीर्तनः हृदयन्तो स्तो हि अभद्राणि विदनोति सुहृत्सताम् नष्ट प्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7, verses 4 and 5. Verse 4. पूषातु यजमानस्य दद्भिर्जक्षतु पिष्टभुक् देवा प्रकट सर्वांगा ये मा उच्छेषणं ददु. Synonym pusa, tu, but yajmanas of the performer of the sacrifice, dadbihi with the teeth, jakshatu chew, pistabhuk eating flour, deva the demigods, prakata made, sarva anga complete, ye who may unto me, uchchesanam a share of the sacrifice, dadhu gave. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The demigod Pusa will be able to chew only through the teeth of his disciples, and if alone, he will have to satisfy himself by eating dough made from chickpeas flour. But the demigods who have agreed to give me my share of the sacrifice will recover from all their injuries. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Purport: the demigod Pusa became dependent on his disciples for chewing. Otherwise, he was allowed to swallow only dough made of chickpea flour. Thus, his punishment continued. He could not use his teeth for eating, since he had laughed at Lord Shiva, deriding him by showing his teeth. In other words, it was not appropriate for him to have teeth, for he had used them against Lord Shiva. Text 5. Bahubhya vashno pushno hastabhyam krit bhava bhavan tvadhar varyashane bastus masrur bhragur bhavet. Bahubhyam with two arms, Ashwino of Ashwini Kumar, Pusna of Pusa, Hastabhyam with two hands, Krat Bhava, those in need of arms, Bhavantu, they will have to, Atvarenyava, the priest, Cha and Anye, others, Basta Smarasru, the beard of the goat, Bhragu, Bhavet, he may have. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Those who have had their arms cut off will have to work with the arms of Ashwini Kumar, and those whose hands were cut off will have to do their work with the hands of Pusa. The priest will also have to act in that manner. As for Bhragu, he will have the beard from the goat's head. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Bhragu Muni, a great supporter of Daksha, was awarded the beard of the goat's head, which was substituted for the head of Daksha. It appears from the exchange of Daksha's head that the modern scientific theory that the brain substance is the cause of all intelligence work is not valid. The brain substance of Daksha and that of a goat are different, but Daksha is still acted like himself, even though his head was replaced by that of a goat. The conclusion is that it is the particular consciousness of an individual soul which acts. The brain substance is only an instrument which has nothing to do with the real intelligence. The real intelligence, mind, and consciousness are part of the particular individual soul. It will be found in the verses ahead that after Daksha's head was replaced by the goat's head, he was as intelligent as he had previously been. He prayed very nicely to satisfy Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. which is not possible for a goat to do. Therefore, it is definitely concluded that the brain substance is not the center of intelligence. It is the consciousness of a particular soul that works intelligently. The whole movement of Krishna consciousness is to purify the consciousness. It doesn't matter what kind of brain one has, because if he simply transfers his consciousness from matter to Krishna, his life becomes successful. It is confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita that anyone who takes up Krishna consciousness achieves the highest perfection of life, regardless of whatever abominable condition of life he may have fallen into. Specifically, anyone in Krishna consciousness goes back to Godhead, back to home, on leaving his present material body. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Shadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktivinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I seek blessing from all the assembled Vaishnavas, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to purify myself by reading these Bhagavad text. And please forgive me for any shortcomings or mistakes that I might have in my summary. So, in the previous chapter, we saw that after the destruction of Daksha's sacrificial ceremony by the followers of Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma went to see Lord Shiva to pacify him. Lord Brahma pacified Lord Shiva and made the request to Lord Shiva to rectify the destruction of yagna caused by his followers. In text 3, 4, and 5, Lord Shiva describes his rectification plan of the destroyed yagna. The message which can be deducted from these texts is that one should never commit an offense against a Vaishnava. Lord Shiva is the greatest Vaishnava, and he was offended by Daksha and his followers. This offense to Lord Shiva caused the chaos and destruction of Daksha's sacrificial ceremony. Vaishnava aparadh or offense to Vaishnava is prohibited as mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. In the purport of text 5, it is mentioned that Daksha's head was substituted with the head of a goat. Although Daksha was awarded the head of a goat, but still Daksha had the same intelligence as before. The brain substance of Daksha and brain substance of goat are different, but the conclusion is that the intelligence is centered in the consciousness of a particular soul. It is the consciousness of soul that works intelligently. The brain substance is not the center of intelligence, as mentioned in the purport of text 5. This conclusion, however, is supported by many other spiritual examples, such as Lord Ganesha, who has an elephant head. And as we know that Lord Ganesha's head was cut off by Lord Shiva himself, by mistake, and Lord Shiva put elephant's head on Lord Ganesha's body. and gave life into it. That's a brief story. Furthermore, not only Ganesha has animal head, Hanuman is a monkey god. Same with Lord Varaha, which is the incarnation of Lord Vishnu in the form of a boar. Also, in this context, we should think of the devotee elephant Gajendra, who offered prayers to Supreme Lord Krishna when Gajendra's leg was caught by the crocodile. Gajendra remembered the prayers from his previous life. So all these instances support the point that the seat of intelligence is in the soul of living entity, as described in the purport of this text 5 by Srila Prabhupada. Also, as we know, Lord Vishnu appeared as Nrsimhadev with lion's head to kill Hiranyakashipu. Now, to purify the consciousness of soul, Srila Prabhupada started Krishna conscious movement, which has put tremendous number of people on the path of Krishna consciousness and devotional service to Krishna. Continuing on this path will purify one's consciousness from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness and devotional service to Supreme Godhead Sri Krishna.